It makes more sense in his case, even if his beginning came on streets that offered hardly any more promise. The craft was a family business. A comfort with conflict was embedded in his blood. Fame and fortune in view at much closer range. But from these...
Too bad it didn't live up to the hype, right? It's looking like it's going to happen, but there are some issues. We're going to talk about what those issues are. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. So, of course, you've probably heard the news, but if you didn't, let's go back down memory lane and watch this, which took place. Well, right now it's 1:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, September the 19th, 2018. This one.
Go Champ! December! Shut it up, December! Champ, right there, let's do it! Let's do it, baby, let's do it! December! Let's go, Champ! December! Right there, baby, tell him, Champ! Hey, easy work! Easy work, easy work! Easy work! Easy! Easy! You don't want it! Easy! You don't want it! Easy! You don't want it! Right there, baby! December, easy! I'm coming back in December. Oh, I think I got it! Woo! Bring some of that paper, baby! Bring that paper! I heard coming back in December. I will take it from you like I did before. Oh, tapped here. Oh, yeah, that's easy right here.
So, this happened the morning of Canelo versus Golovkin 2 over in Japan, in which it was nighttime over there. And a lot of people, including myself, which it technically still is, thought it was a thirst trap. Do you know what thirst trap means? Here. Here, let's go check this out. All right. Let's see. Urban Dictionary, thirst trap. A sexy photograph or flirty message posted on social media for the intent of causing others to publicly profess their attraction. This is done not to actually respond or satisfy any of this attraction, but to feed the poster's ego or need for attention at the expense of the time, reputation, and sexual frustration of those who view the image or reply. Thirst trap. I don't like thirst traps. In the case of this, I think that this was a Mayweather thirst trap. But with the other things that were said, for example, there was this. You know, and we're going to talk about it all because until it's announced and until we get some real firm details that the fight is going to happen, I have a little bit of something for you that may convince you that the fight's going to happen or that it's in the works. But until we get something more solid, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear it right now. You know, hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Don't hold on. I'm going to find it. I forgot it was a busy day on Saturday. It was a busy day on Saturday. Did I lose it? Well, anyway, here it is. Here it is right here.
From Thailand, we've only won the best ever right here. Money Mayweather, TFT.
Hold up, Sean.
And I know boxing.
He know boxing, but Sean is with Pacquiao.
Oh, well.
He trying to set me up. He trying to set me up.
You want to get that 51-0, try to get that easy work, as you call it, baby.
Listen, we going to take the belt. We going to get the payday. And I don't want no shoulder excuses.
Well, I think we got it on. He's ready, healthy. Let's do it, baby. Let's go, champ. A little midget from Thailand. We've only won the best.
Like I said in a previous video, that's what convinced me right there. Listen, when Floyd says he's coming after a payday, that's the most that right there is the most solid of news to tell you that yeah, he's coming back. And I've said it before, and I'm saying it now. Manny Pacquiao is still one of the only names now. It's Canelo and possibly Golovkin, that can give him a $100 million payday. But Mayweather is going to be 42 in February. Pacquiao's about to turn 40. Mayweather turns either 41 or 42. I believe 42 in February. He already beat Pacquiao. Pacquiao's older. You may ask, why won't he fight a Errol Spence? Why won't he fight a Canelo again? This Canelo would beat him. Why won't he fight a Golovkin? Nah, he wants the easiest payday without having to work for it. He wants another payday. This was Manny Pacquiao over in the Philippines or in Japan.
Another fight with Mayweather.
Wala pa. Negotiate pa.
Ongoing pa yung negotiation. So ano yung nasa tweet? At, di ba may tweet kayo at saka si
Nag-tweet
Mayweather?
kami, babalik daw siya. So pag bumalik siya, pwede kami maglaban.
So hindi pa siya done deal.
I mean, obviously, unless you speak, Filipino. I had this translated for me. But this is an interview of him talking about, we're waiting on the terms from Mayweather and his team that the fights, could be about 70, 80, 90% done, and it would happen in December in Japan, right? Here is some more information right here. Let's see. I'm going to read some of it to you. It's from Lance Pugmire from the Los Angeles Times. Guy's been kind of on a roll lately. Let's go full screen. Floyd Mayweather has initiated conversations with his powerful manager, Haymon, about Mayweather's weekend face-off meeting with Manny Pacquiao in Tokyo. Things are definitely moving, said an official familiar with the situation who was authorized to speak publicly on the matter of he wanted to be anonymous. Sean Gibbons, the veteran, that was that guy that was acting like a groupie next to Floyd. He's like a pop boxing manager or something, who chatted with Mayweather and Pacquiao while shooting a video on Saturday. The video we just watched, session at a rave in Japan, said there's no question that the interest in making a rematch is real. And, it's all about the timing and, calling the reclusive Al Haymon the man behind the curtains. Gibbons said Mayweather spent a few hours on the phone with Al Haymon after seeing Pacquiao to jumpstart the negotiation process, planning process. What do you think they talked about? The fact that Manny Pacquiao's 40, the fact that if they want to do it on Showtime in December, he like, yo, Floyd, you can't just be calling me up like this, man. Do you think that the fight was already made? Some people say that, the fight was already made. Some people say that this was like one of the meetings they had when they met at the Miami Heat game, that this was all planned in Tokyo. But to me, it's smelling like, what's that on my hat? To me, it's looking like that Golovkin. I'm saying Golovkin. I'm distracted by my hat. I don't like when there's shit on my hat. I don't like it. This is my third version. This is my third same, actually, not version, the same hat purchased over the last. But anyway, you think that this was something planned? We knew that Showtime had a mystery pay-per-view. For example, Showtime's trying to do Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence on pay-per-view. They got to do Wilder versus Fury on pay-per-view this year. There's been talks that Spence versus Garcia is going to be moved to 2019. But now with this in the mix, you think Al Haymon wasn't on the phone like, champ, I want to do it, man. I know you want to do it. You sure you want to do it? But we got to find a date for you. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't they put Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence on the undercard of Wilder versus... No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We'll see, though. My personal opinion is that Floyd's probably been thinking about wanting to come back for payday, and Manny Pacquiao looked good, and he already fought him and beat him. I don't know, man, but do I really, really, really want to see it? I do want to see Pacquiao in a rematch. I do want to see if he can do better, especially with the fact that both of these guys are both there up in age, so it's not like a big age difference. Both of these guys have been part-time fighters, and for them to both, take this last payday and then get the fuck out of our faces. I love these guys, though. I love both of them. Me and Floyd have a history. Me and Pacquiao have a history. But it's like, y'all motherfuckers, if y'all gonna fight, y'all better do this shit right, and get y'all paydays, because they both gonna make, Floyd's definitely gonna make $100 million. Let's say if this goes down, Mayweather Pacquiao 2 does at least 2 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop, at least. I'm tired, man. I don't want to talk about this anymore. We're gonna wait for some more information to develop. If you don't know, Manny Pacquiao is a free agent. He's not with Bob Arum. Bob Arum said in an interview that he wants nothing to do with this. So there's so many signs that are showing me that this fight is going to happen eventually. But when eventually, we don't know. I'm hearing that it can happen in Japan. Because Floyd Mayweather did say, December the 2nd, which because the first falls on a Saturday here. Correct? The first falls on a Saturday, right? But over there, it would be Sunday over there. So we're gonna see though. We're gonna see. We're still waiting, we're still waiting on news. I mean, the first fight did 4.6 million pay-per-view buys. Pacquiao does have tax issues. He's got to settle those over here, or they're going to start taking whatever shit he has over here. There is some type of settlement agreement available for him, Bob Arum said, where the IRS is like, all right, you owe us $20 million, but give us this. We'll work with you. So Floyd Mayweather's in talks with Al Haymon. They trying to make that shit happen. We're going to see, though. And that's kind of fucked up. If this wasn't already in the works, it's kind of fucked up that Floyd would do this to the other Showtime fighters, because put it this way, he sees all this shit going. You can't say that he don't see all this shit going on in boxing, and he no, I'm Floyd Mayweather. I want my name to still be ringing bells. But it's a shame that if this is something that's sporadic, where he saw Pacquiao and they were both in Japan for some reason, which is possible, because Floyd has been over there a lot and traveling the world and shit. And he said, fuck that. I want this fight. You know what? I want that payday. Motherfuckers getting in his head you can beat him, champ, again. Get that payday. Easy work. And then Floyd called up Al on the phone with him for hours. Al trying to tell him, yo, but the budget was Showtime, man. We're still trying to find a place for Spence vs. Garcia. You sure you can champ? You're killing me, bro. It is what it is. On TstreeT Controversy, this is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.